Okay, here we go. Jesus Christ. Whew. Let me get all my things there straightened up. All right. And we are in the building. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. All right, y'all. I'm here. I showed up today. All right. And yeah, so we finna talk about some things. We finna talk about the things of the things regarding trans people and trans kids in particular. Um, the reason why I wanted to do this video was because, for one, a lot of people, I've just, as far as like in social media, a few people I've heard some opinions from a few people that had status, such as Bootsy and just a few other people in like the social media entertainment industry. And I just feel like it's fucked up. I do. I feel like it's real fucked up that these people are talking from a place that they don't know. They're just talking out their ass. They have no real information on trans people. They're speaking on opinions on what to do with trans kids' health. Okay. And so this is so important. Okay. Because literally the lives of trans kids are at risk. People are literally, lives are at risk in Oklahoma because it's a bill that could be passed to say, hey, trans kids can't transition. This is so mentally harmful, and it can be physically harmful for a child that is transgender, because they could commit suicide because they're not given the right medical treatment. Okay, now trans people have been around for many years, many years. Okay, this is nothing new. At first, people used to put us in insane asylums because they thought we were crazy, and then later on, they found out through science that being transgender is an actual medical condition, and it's not just people just batshit crazy, just thinking they're one way and they're really another. No, transgender has to do with with an individual's mind, that brain being born female. The brain is female and the body is male. Okay, same vice versa with a person that was born female. Their brain is male and the body is female. Okay, this is a medical condition. Okay, being transgender is a medical condition, and the way that has been shown and proven to effectively treat trans people is to give them HRT, hormone replacement therapy. So I really feel that people that have an opinion about trans people, you should keep it to yourself, because you're really perpetuating the negative beliefs about trans people and trans healthcare, which is none of your business, because at the end of the day, you're not trans. So you don't have to, you can go home and live your life and none of the trans issues affect you. All right. So that is so important to know. Also, I would like to say I am transgender. Okay. So I'm not just talking from out my ass. I transitioned at a very young age. I transitioned at the age of 13 to 14, with the help of my parents, of my grandparents, and my mother. And it was the best treatment that that is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Okay. So, and I had to go through extensive therapy. Um, you know, I had to go through a process to transition. They're just not just giving you the hormones, okay? And prior to transitioning and actually self-medicating, I felt like I wanted to kill myself. Straight up. I felt like I wanted to kill myself because I was so unhappy in the fact that my body was going through a a puberty that my mind was not aligned with. It felt like mental torture. It felt like my body was a prison. Okay? I was miserable as fuck. It just, and that's why as trans people we have gender dysphoria. It's called dysphoria for a reason, because it is a feeling of feeling misplaced and feeling like this is not where the hell I'm supposed to be. Okay? This is not, this cannot be my reality. So that's like some of the feelings that it is to be transgender, and what it's like to have a female brain and your body is doing the opposite of what your mind is telling you. That is fucking mental torture, and it is physical torture. That is more abusive. You can become more abusive to yourself because you want to self-harm and you want to do certain shit because you start to hate yourself. You start to hate your vessel. You start to hate your body because this was not the body that is aligned with your brain, okay? Not just your mind, your brain, okay? The physical aspect of it. Since we like to get so technical and scientific, and we like to debunk and say that trans people aren't women, trans women are women, okay? Because it was our brain that was born feminine, that was born a female brain in a male body, okay? Same, I can't help that. Same if somebody was born with a third leg, okay? You got intersex people that are born with both Y and X chromosome, or, you know, certain formalities that don't identify with one specific gender that they were assigned at birth. So it's like, to just debunk the theory that like this is an actual medical condition is fucking ridiculous, because it has been proven by scientists otherwise. And I know we like to throw out conspiracy theories after conspiracy theories to try to debunk the fact that trans women are women, and that the right health care for trans people is to transition. Now, I'm not saying that you know, all kids that say that they're trans are trans, because there is some kids that identify that should be identifying with being non-binary, but they don't identify with being non-binary because there is not enough vocabulary that may not have been introduced to them, but they may know what trans is because that was, you know, it was introduced to them, so they may feel like maybe I am trans because I fit some of those stereotypes or some of those aspects that those group of people have, okay? But that is not always the case. That is not always the case. Some people do need time. Some people, you know, don't need to transition, because if they do transition, then they'll find out later along the line they completely made a mistake and wind up killing themselves or harming themselves because they made the wrong mistake. That is you know, the reality that does happen. But for the majority, for a marginalized group of people in the minority group of trans people, we are who we say we are. Okay, a majority of us are. That does happen. There is a percentage of a population that of the trans community that happens to, but a majority of us are who we say we are. Okay, a good percentage, and I ain't gonna say like it's you know I'm not even gonna get into all of that, but all I'm gonna say is that that's what it is. Okay, we are who we say we are, and that our health treatment should be like to each his own. Okay, really, you got to take shit for face value. If this person is telling you that they're gonna kill themselves, then they're gonna do self harm. They don't like their self. Okay, they know what they feeling. You don't know what that person feeling. And some people, they need more time, but with therapy they'll figure that out. They don't need all the way till 18. What happens is when you delay the health care of trans people, it affects their mental health even more. So if you're saying that you care so much about trans people, it's kind of like bullshit to me, because you're inflicting more like harm on them by not treating them. That's just like you got a cancer patient. That's similar to if you had a cancer patient and your cancer patient, you was diagnosed that you had cancer, but you gonna say, well, we're gonna wait a few years to see if it go away to treat your cancer. Like, no, you're not. You're gonna treat the cancer then and there. You see it, you're gonna treat it then and there so it don't get any worse. Okay? It's like the same type of concept with being trans. It is a diagnosis. It is something that is internal that you can't see. Like, you can't crack open my brain and see that I have a female brain, but it's there. Okay, so let's just go ahead and treat these people accordingly so that they're not inflicting self-harm, because either way you slice the bread, if you say it, if you damned if you do, if you damned if you don't. Because if you got kids, if you don't let them transition, then they killing themselves because they didn't transition, because they hate the body that they in. If they do transition, then you saying pretty much, okay, well, if they don't transition, they stuck with the body. Oh my God, I kind of lost that concept. But all I'm saying is, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Okay, like either way, you're just saying we're gonna commit suicide. We gonna commit suicide. We don't transition. We're gonna commit suicide if we do transition. Like, it's like you can't win for lose. You can't win for fucking lose. So the best thing to do is just go ahead and treat the people that need to be treated. And it's not that simple. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Okay, it's not that hard. We making this way too complicated than what it is. All right. And that's all I really gotta say on this topic. Zaya Wayne, do your fucking thing, baby. Become as successful as you possibly could become as beautiful as you possibly could become. And that's all I'm gonna say. And that trans healthcare does matter. Treat trans kids so they don't grow up. And that's another aspect that I wanted to speak on, is that if they don't transition, then when they grow up and they growing up and develop as a man and trying to transition, then you making fun of them. As a society, we be making fun of them because now you making fun of their feet and how big their shoulders are, and you can't be a woman. Look at you. Well, the fuck, you didn't treat me. You didn't give me the proper treatment when I was 13. So I grew up to be a big man. Okay, or have more manly features or whatever case might be, and I have to deal with that now at an older age. So if you're saying that they gotta wait till they 18, then now they're stuck with all of the disformalities. Okay, because it disforms you. Imagine as a woman, you're born a woman, and a cisgendered woman, and you out of nowhere, you just started growing masculine features. How would you fucking feel? You like being beautiful and you like being a woman. How would you feel if you woke up one day and you just started growing masculine features over time? You would literally cry for help. So stop it. Like, stop it. Have some empathy. This is a medical situation. Okay? Simple as that. Simple as that. All right? So we got to stop the bullshit, y'all. We got to start accepting people for who the fuck they are, okay? Because as black people, especially as black people, we want to be accepted as human beings. So accept another person to say we're different and we're human beings too. Okay? And that's all I have to say for this live. God damn, I feel like I can go in some more, but I ain't even gonna go there. Yes, but that's it for this video. And yes, I'll see y'all next week. All right, bye y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit if you feel cold. All right, y'all.